Hello, this is Leisha Bream with Journey to Greatness, 365 Days to Your Best Year Yet. And today, my friends, I'm just sitting here looking at my beautiful goldfish, spending a little bit of time just kind of reflecting on how pretty they are. I have 3 huge goldfish, and I actually don't think they're goldfish. I think they're koi. They're super chubby, and every day they seem to be getting a bit bigger. I've had them for about 5 years. And they're truly a part of my family. But the reason I'm talking about goldfish is because a few months ago, I read an article about a study that Microsoft did. And it involved 2,000 Canadians and goldfish. And what they learned from this study was that goldfish can concentrate for 9 whole seconds. And you might ask, well, why is she talking about this? And it's because when they furthered their study, they worked with 2,000 Canadians and they found that these human subjects could only concentrate for 8 seconds. So here's the rub. A goldfish can concentrate more than a human subject. The question becomes why? And from their study, they found that it was due to our digital lifestyle. It's a huge distraction. And our high-tech world in many cases has made things a lot more convenient. And we have a lot more opportunity for sure because of it. However, it has proven to create a great deal of distraction and even interesting new addictions, like something called nomophobia. Yep, it's a real addiction. You can look it up, Nomophobia, Nomeaphobia, the fear of being without your cell phone. And I'm not kidding, it's real. It's real, look it up. Here's the problem. Our brains prefer operating by routine, and this is proven by our top universities in the areas of neurosciences. And our habitual routines cause us to react throughout our day mindlessly. These mindless behaviors accumulate and they contribute to our overall life experience. So we've talked about this before, why it's so important to get in touch with what we're doing on a regular basis. And then course correct if those habitual behaviors, thought patterns, emotions are not getting us closer to where we want to go and what we want to be. They need to be obliterated. We have to be aware. We have to be able to concentrate. We have to be able to focus. And I've talked about this before, but the more I do these podcasts, the more I want to influence you to take on the practice of mindfulness. It is a very necessary component to winning at life or turning your ship around if you're going the wrong direction. We have to be aware of our moments in time because every moment matters. That's right. Every moment matters. They accumulate and they create this thing called the life we're living. And if you don't like the life you're living, then you need to take a look at your moments in time. Every moment matters. Our mindless habits are what keep us from being aware in the moment and off track from accomplishing our objectives. And technology is definitely an amazing tool, but we want to utilize it, not let it overtake us. Because of today's numerous distractions, be it technology or just the demands of our life, the cultivation of awareness obtained from mindfulness is one of the main keys to getting out of our own way. You've heard me talk about Jon Kabat-Zinn, PhD. He's the founder and director of the Stress Reduction Clinic at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center. And he states in his book, Mindfulness Meditation for Everyday Life, published in 2001, that mindfulness provides a simple but powerful route for getting ourselves unstuck and back into touch with our own wisdom and vitality. How's that for a good enough reason to start a mindfulness practice? We have to get in touch with our own unique wisdom and vitality. And through the practice of mindfulness, we can awaken to who we really are and how we can become more of who we want to be. As a life coach, I study how people change and how people transform. And one of the most effective vehicles to change is mindfulness meditation. There was some interesting research from Harvard University, and it showed that our mind wanders on average 47% of the time. So not only do we run on autopilot, but almost 50% of the time, our minds are just wandering. We aren't channeling them. We aren't controlling them. So part of mindfulness is simply learning to train the mind to be here right now. To train the mind to do this is very important. What we need to understand is that our repeated experiences, whether they be emotional or they be physical habits that we do or thought patterns that we have, if they're repeated and repeated and repeated, they literally shape our brain. They grow gray matter, neurons that wire together, they fire together. So we can actually sculpt and strengthen our synaptic connections based on repeated practice. That's called neuroplasticity. And by practicing mindfulness meditation, we're doing that. Whatever we practice gets stronger. The repetition is the mother of skill. And here's another little piece of information that you might find stimulating to allow you to take this effort that's so important, which means starting a mindfulness practice. There were findings that by participating in an 8-week mindfulness meditation program showed to make measurable changes in brain regions associated with memory, sense of self, empathy, and stress. So again, if you want to make your moments truly matter, because every moment does matter, you need to get in touch with who you are, how you've been, and you have to decide where you want to go in the future. The quickest way to build this awareness is through mindfulness practice. So on every one of these podcasts, I offer a 3-minute mindfulness meditation, and we're going to go into our mindfulness meditation today. And this is a great way to start, because if you're just doing 3 minutes of mindfulness on a daily basis, the next thing you know, you'll build into 5, and then 15 minutes, and then 30 minutes. And if you're having stressful situations and circumstances in your life, this is a way to get control of the things that are controlling you. Because when we're scared, when we're upset, we can lose control of this ship called us, you and me. Those fears, those concerns can take over, and the fear can start driving your life. And you don't ever want to let that happen. You want to be in charge of this ship called your life. And you can by being aware of what's going on in the here and now, by being aware of your mental state, and then redirecting, course correcting. Sometimes we have to course correct all day long. But in doing that, we're building a pattern of controlling ourselves, controlling this computer between our ears. So let's go ahead and sit up straight, nice straight posture, and in a dignified fashion, and let's get ready for our mini mindfulness meditation today. We're going to work on being able to concentrate longer than a goldfish. So are you sitting up straight? Today we're going to focus on what is going on around us. We're going to start with our eyes open this time, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and then release through the mouth. So let's take that deep breath in. Let's go. And release. Deep breath in through the nose and release. Deep breath in through the nose and release. We are first going to focus on finding at least 5 things that we can see. I want you to really notice the things around you without turning your head. Just stay still where you are and look with your eyes. Look closely. Do you notice anything you have looked over before that you haven't noticed before? Now it's time to close your eyes. Take another deep breath in through your nose and then release through your mouth. and begin to focus on what you can feel. Can you feel the sofa or chair under your bottom? What does it feel like? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it hard or is it soft? Can you feel maybe the table in front of you or next to your leg? What does it feel like? Perhaps you have on some clothes. Are these clothes touching your body? I'm sure they are. Are the clothes touching the hair on your shoulders? Focus on noticing things that you don't typically notice. Try to notice at least 5 things. Now we are going to focus on the things that you can hear. This may be a little difficult, but keep listening and focus on what you can hear. Can you hear anything in the hallway? Can you hear maybe air conditioning or the heater? Is it on? Do you hear cars whizzing by or birds chirping? Do you notice anything you have not noticed before? Try to find 5 things that you can hear. Now, let's take a deep breath in through our nose and then release through our mouth. And now you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me today for our mini mindfulness meditation. And if you're interested in going further with this exercise, John Kabat-Zinn, Sarah Lazar, they have some wonderful YouTube videos that you can play on a regular basis on mindfulness meditation. And you can build yourself up to 30 minutes a day. When we started this podcast, we talked about the importance of loving yourself, that's our first commitment, to love ourselves so that you can do the things you need to do right by you. And I will submit that this mindfulness meditation exercise on a regular basis is doing one of the things you need to do right by you, so that you can become aware of some of the habits and the behaviors and thought patterns and emotions that you're having on a regular basis that you need to get in touch with and then get rid of them once and for all. And this is the way to wake up to who you are. So I hope that you'll take my words seriously and put this to practice. I thank you again for being here. Remember that you are a dignified, extraordinary human being, and you deserve abundance in your life. But to obtain that abundance, you have to do the things you need to do right by you, so that you can create this world, this new existence that you have in your mind's eye. Until we meet again, be bold, be brave, and always, always be your authentic self. Thank you for being on this journey with me to greatness. God bless you. Until we meet again, bye for now.